Welcome back to the Cave Confessions. My name is Brian. This is Serhiy. I'm gonna ask him some hard questions while we're doing some hard shit. Let's go!
Let's go with the good arm, bro. Let's go.
And we'll swap. All right, well, welcome to the Cave Confessions, Serhiy. So obviously we have a relationship. You come to Trinity and we've caught up on many occasions, but for anybody that does not know who you are, introduce yourself.
Yeah, man, I'm a MMA fighter. I fight for the UFC at the bantamweight division, and yeah, I've been training mixed martial arts my entire life, and it's my passion.
How long have you been in the UFC?
I've been in the UFC for 3 years now. 3 years, yeah, but fighting professionally for 10 now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a bone to pick with you, actually. Because I heard that your close friends call you Sid.
City, yeah.
City.
Yeah.
So, and I've been calling you Serhiy this whole time. So I'm gonna go into that group of people, call you City.
Let's go, man, 100%. I mean, people call me different things all the time. A lot of times people call me by the wrong name. I just go with it, man. I have an awkward name, you know?
Anytime I talk about you, my phone always lights up because it thinks I'm asking it to
all
do
the time. Yeah.
And so, your name, obviously, is a Canadian name. So what's your background?
I'm Ukrainian. Yeah,
Okay.
So born in Ukraine. Moved to Canada when I was 6 years old. You know, my parents wanted to move for a better life, right? There's always a lot of stress in Ukraine, and obviously with the war and stuff, that's something my parents predicted a long time ago.
Yeah.
Because there's always that anxiety about it, so they wanted to get me and my brother out of there, start a good life here.
Wow. What age are you?
Sorry?
What age are you?
I am 29.
29. A lot of people would be forgiven for thinking that those troubles just kind of happened recently, but obviously your parents wanted to get you out of there when you were 6.
Oh yeah. There's always that anxiety of war back in Ukraine, and you know, just like a better life, better opportunities. I mean, my dad and my mom had very high-paying jobs in Ukraine, or high-paying jobs considered here. Like my dad was a doctor.
Yeah.
My mom worked at a university as well. And man, like you couldn't make a living there, even with those kind of jobs.
Really?
So no, like so, they wanted a better life.
Are they traditional Ukrainian parents?
Yeah, you know, they were definitely at first, but they've definitely grown more into a mix of Ukrainian and Canadian culture now.
Like at home, your food and stuff, like do they still try?
Yes, exactly, yeah, like special, yeah, anytime we have a holiday, very Ukrainian. I mean, I speak Ukrainian with my parents at home all the time. My dad doesn't like it when I speak English at home.
Really?
Yeah, which, you know, when I was a kid, it would bother me, but now I'm so happy I got to keep that language.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
be able to communicate, and now when I'm fighting, I get to represent Canada and Ukraine.
Yeah.
Do interviews in Ukrainian as well, and kind of support two countries, which is awesome.
I mean, I'm assuming that it gives you a bigger reach because when you speak like your background, their native tongue, it's like instantly they can connect.
100%, man, yeah.
Is there a big Ukrainian community here?
There is, yeah. There definitely is. Honestly, Toronto a little bit more. I don't know if you know the Hyde Park area in Toronto.
Yep.
Yeah, but that area is big. That's where we moved when we moved to Canada at first. In that area, and grew up there, and then I moved to Oakville and then Burlington. But yeah, Hyde Park was always known for a lot of Ukrainians.
With moving here when you were 6, and the background being obviously Ukrainian, like does that sit with you? Does that have a really special place in your heart?
Oh, 100%, man. Yeah. Even growing up, my parents would even send me to something called Ukrainian Saturday school, right? So I'd be going to 9 to 12 every Saturday to this school and kind of just learn about the culture. My parents are very proud of my country and very proud of the people there, and they always wanted to keep those things embedded in me and my brother.
Do you consider yourself Canadian or Ukrainian?
Both, you know?
Okay, fair.
I do both because like here's the thing, I was born in Ukraine, but I was raised in Canada, you know? And so I definitely, like when I fight, I rock both flags, Ukrainian and Canadian flag, because both, man, because like, again, Canada gave me a much better life, gave me the opportunities. I think about it sometimes, like if I was living in Ukraine still, man, like I'd be in the middle of a war right now.
Yeah.
I'd be on the front lines, you know, like.
That's so wild,
It's a crazy thing to think about. But now I'm like, my whole goal is, as a fighter, represent the country and the people and the soldiers fighting for their lives, man. It's it's very intense. So the least I can do is go out there, rock the Ukrainian flag, and you know, support the people, build the morale.
Is fighting big in the Ukraine?
It is, man. It is. You know, we have boxing was always the biggest thing in Ukraine.
Yeah.
Because you have guys like Usyk,
yeah,
Lomachenko, all these amazing boxers, and MMA is getting more popular. Right now, I'm one of 3 active UFC fighters from Ukraine. So there's not many of us, right? But it's building up, and the guys that are coming up, they're like very high level.
Do people from Ukraine reach out to you and be like, hey?
Yeah, all the time, man.
Rep the home brand.
All the time, man. Yeah, I get messages all the time from a lot of Ukrainian fans. At one point, man, like a year ago, I was the only one. I was the only Ukrainian on the roster, and then we signed 2 other ones. They're really good, both in the welterweight division, and yeah, man, they're winning right now too, and it's crazy to see. It's really cool.
Do you have a chat group with the Ukrainian boys?
Oh yeah, 100%.
You do?
Yeah. I talk. Yeah, we talk. I talk to all the UFC or the Ukrainian media. You know, we have guys out there, man. We do interviews, and yeah, I always catch up with them, man. Give them updates and stuff. You know, they're always asking me when I'm back, how's the injuries going, and yeah, they're very supportive.
What happened to the shoulder, first of all, and how is it now?
So I was getting ready for a fight. I had a massive fight at Madison Square Garden, and 4 weeks out from the fight, I was in the wrestling room, and you know, I was feeling myself, man. I was feeling good, and I was started wrestling guys a little bit bigger than me, and I ended up taking somebody down. It was at the end of practice. It was super slippery on the ground, like super slippery. So I took him down, and I kind of fell with the takedown. He fell on top of me, and it pretty much spiked my shoulder into the mat while I was holding his legs like this. Spike my shoulder, he falls on top, and I dislocate it. And I just remember hearing this crunch, man, like this insane sound. And then I look up, and my shoulder blade is hanging down by like where my bicep should be. And I was like, right away, I messed something up. So went to the hospital, they popped it back in, you know, got an MRI, sent it to the UFC. They're like, yeah, this is torn up, we need to get surgery. So they booked it in right away, luckily. And yeah, I've been on the recovery ever since, man. It's been 7 months now. So it's one of those things that usually takes about a year to get 100%, but I feel like I'm ahead of schedule, man.
Yeah.
Physio 6 times a week, like I'm doing everything properly, man.
I mean, to be able to do like stuff like this 7 months after that, it's crazy.
Yeah. I'm fully training now, sparring, doing everything, you know?
Yeah, with that story in itself, like I had a fight in Madison Square Gardens 4 weeks out. I fucked my shoulder.
Yeah.
Like that's devastating.
Oh man, it was heartbreaking, but you know what, dude, like I truly do believe everything happens for a reason. I gave myself about an hour to just be upset, and then after that I was like, okay, what's the next step, man? Like my shoulder's messed up, what do I do next? You know, like how do I recover? What are the next steps? Right? And then as soon as I got my surgery, the second I was able to do anything, like I had my brace on, I'd get on the assault bike, I'd row with one arm, man. And
next job.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, what's next, right? Like, let's build my legs up now, you know? I can't work my arm. I'm gonna build my legs up. I got my legs a lot stronger, man. Like,
yeah,
stronger than they've ever been just through this. I worked my left shoulder out. I did assault bike conditioning workouts, Norwegian 4x4s, long zone 2s, like anything I possibly could, right?
Yeah.
Rehabbing, because, I mean, you only have 2 options, man. You can either be miserable or you can just follow the next step and just keep going, man. And like I always have that mindset of like, dude, I'm not gonna sit here and have a pity party. I'm gonna get to work. I'm gonna do what I can do, and it's gonna turn out better. Like even the crazy thing is, even I remember the day, like the night after my surgery, or the night of my surgery when I got out of the hospital, I called my girl and I'm like, give me some chicken and rice. Give me some clean food, because I don't want any inflammation in my body. Like I want to make sure the second I'm out of surgery, everything I'm putting in my body is healing me, right? So no bullshit food, like pizza, none of that. Like rice, chicken, protein, collagen, bone broth. Like let's get my body fixed. Where 5 years ago I had a knee surgery, and it's funny because I see the growth now. Because 5 years ago when I had that knee surgery, I had that pity party where I'm like, fuck it, dude. Like I'm hurt right now. I'm gonna enjoy some pizza, you know, but it like spiraled me the wrong way.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I don't want this. So this time around, I was like, dude, I'm not doing this. I'm taking it the other way.
This is obviously not a nice place to put you back into. Most people see an injury and then they see you back in the ring. Everything is great again. But like that hour of the pity party you gave yourself, like tell me about that.
Yeah, I guess I just let my emotions come out, man. You know, I was sad, so I let myself be sad. You know, yeah, dude, I was just bummed out, man. I just literally let myself feel all the bummer of, oh man, I had this amazing opportunity to fight the biggest card at the biggest, most legendary venue. I hurt my shoulder, I let my coaches down, I let my teammates down. I gave it that hour, dude. I just like, literally was just upset, just, you know, had some tears in my eyes. But then after that, dude, I was just like, once I let it out, I'm just like, it's time to get to work.
After that hour, like what is it when you were like, I'm turning it on here?
As soon as like the hour was over, because again, I think you need to process those emotions, right? Like, I feel like that does help, because like I let it out, I released it, and then I literally called my physio guy. I'm like, yo, can I come in? Like right now. The guy, like my guy, Dr. Ed Gray, literally, it was like, I'm pretty sure it was a holiday Monday or something like that. Just got in the clinic, drove, like I went from the hospital straight to him, got red light on my shoulder right away, got ultrasound, started knocking the inflammation down, and from then on, dude, I was like, okay, what am I doing? Ice, red light, whatever I could, you know, get the inflammation down, eating healthy, like getting good sleep, like whatever I could, man.
Yeah.
Right into it, dude, just because all these things add up, and that's why I think it's 7 months since my surgery, and I'm like so far ahead of where I thought I would be.
Everything happens for a reason. Did you think you needed that injury to get your mentality to now where it's at for the next chapter of City?
Yeah, you know, that's how I see it, man, right? Because you can, like, again, you can see everything from a growth mindset. That's how I choose to see it, right? So when the injury happened, I'm like, okay, there has to be a reason why this happened. You know, maybe I wasn't ready for the fight. Maybe like I needed to mentally grow. Maybe I needed to mature myself more. But man, even these like 6-7 months, the amount of film and like just tape and just going to practices and studying and building my fight IQ, right? Because I've always been a good athlete. I've always been scrambly, always like trusted my instincts, right? But I noticed in these last like 7 months, man, the amount of just doing zone twos, bro, and just watching like jiu-jitsu instructionals for hours and just like absorbing information and building the IQ, like the software in my brain, right? And I came back in and I feel like I got better taking time off, which is crazy, right? But it's like, because you think, oh man, I lost my timing. No, man, I came back, my timing's there, my conditioning's there, because I was still training, and now I have all this new knowledge, all these new concepts, striking, like analyzing all this stuff. I came back, I'm like, dude, I feel better. And maybe taking some time off was good, because man, before then, I didn't take time off for 10 years. And you know, burnout is a real thing. You don't know you're in burnout till you take some time off, and you're like, oh, and now I miss the sport so much that now that I get to do it, man, I wake up every day, go to practice with a smile on my face, so excited to work hard, right? Or sometimes you get in that cycle of just like, dude, Monday wrestling, Wednesday sparring, you know, and it becomes a chore more than fun.
Yeah.
But this gave me a new perspective of, man, I can lose this any moment. I can lose this like tomorrow, right? And this might be my last day of doing sparring or wrestling, so enjoy every moment. And that's a huge perspective shift,
You're
man.
firing me right up right now. When people look at a fighter, they're like, yeah, he was probably super rough when he was young. Is that right for you?
No, I was scared of fighting, man.
Really?
Oh yeah, dude. I hated confrontation. I had bullies growing up my whole life, and fighting was the last thing I wanted to do, man. And then I watched this movie. I always tell people this. Watch this movie, old school movie, Never Back Down. It's an MMA movie. Yeah, but it's about this kid, Jake Tyler, who goes into a new high school, starts getting bullied, finds the world of MMA, gets the pretty girl, all that stuff, beats the bully. And I watch it at a time where I was transitioning from elementary school to high school.
Yeah.
So it pumped me up, man. It's like, I'm like, damn, dude, this is my life right now, right? Like,
yeah.
And watched that movie, got super hyped. Joined an MMA gym, super scared that first day. I showed up, dude, I did a couple classes. The coach showed like a takedown. We went live, I hit it right away, and I was like, dude, I'm obsessed.
Was that Aegis?
No, it was called BAMA. It's actually on Mainway here. Burlington Academy of Martial Arts. First gym I ever joined. And yeah, dude, I was hooked, man, I was hooked. Yeah, man, again, joining a gym like that came from fear. I was so scared of confrontation, man.
Yeah.
Like I just didn't know if I could fight. And yeah, I got obsessed with it. And then, yeah, like I didn't even tell anybody I trained for a few years.
Really?
Until pretty much I had like an amateur kickboxing fight. And, you know, there's some clips online, but other than that, nobody knew, because I was always the quiet, shy kid.
Did you get a lot of encouragement from the family and stuff?
First, yeah, my parents were like, you know, they just thought this was gonna be like a hobby, all right? And then when I said, hey, I'm gonna fight amateur, they're like, oh, like, you know, they didn't think it was gonna go that far. And then when I told them I was gonna go pro and make this a career, they really didn't believe it. You know, my mom was like, when I told my mom I was gonna be a pro fighter at first, she was like, haha, no, but seriously, like, are you gonna go, like, are you gonna be a doctor? Like, no. And I'm like, no, like, I'm gonna be a pro fighter. But the cool thing is, once they saw my success, you know, and I started, they're like, now they're fully on board. They're so, like, proud of me, man, and, like, they're my biggest supporters, and, you know, they come to my fights, and my dad's just like, oh, like, loves it now, loves the sport, and yeah, it just, they're, you know, they're just proud of the work ethic, because they saw me commit. Dude, this is like a decade of training every single day, twice a day, non-stop, right?
Yeah.
And they see it, man. I live with them, so they know what I was doing. Training twice a day, going to bed early, eating healthy all the time, skipping drinking, skipping partying, like all that stuff.
When you said that your dad was a doctor and I can't remember what you said your mom was.
Yeah, my mom was a doctor as well, but she also like worked in university and stuff.
Yeah. And so then to not understand the world of like performance-driven work, did you find it tough to like explain to them how this was going to be your route that you were going to go?
Yeah, 100%. Like I always got the whole, you know, the whole answer back, like they're like, this is unrealistic. Like only one out of how many hundreds of thousands, if not, you know, like more people make it in a sport like this. Like my dad always say, like, you know, like to be a professional athlete, it's like 1 in a million.
Yeah.
But I told him, man, like, I think I can do it. Like I truly do, like, think I can do it. And when I did it, they're like, damn, you did it, okay, you know, we believe you now.
The bit between, let me show you that this can work, and okay, we're behind you now because I could see your success. Yeah. Like, was that a sticky part where you had to prove yourself?
100%, yeah. There's definitely times, man, but I always believe in myself, man.
Yeah.
I knew I'll show them, like, they'll eventually see. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of moments like that, man. Especially, like, you know, moments where it's like, okay, time to pick a university, time to, like, where are we going for school? What's your next, like, and like in the back of my head, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to, I went to school for criminal justice, but in the back of my head, I'm like, I'm gonna be a professional fighter. Like, I'm in class, you know, doing law, but like on my laptop, I'm watching UFC Fight Pass, like watching fights, right? Like, my parents didn't know this, but I'd skip a lot of class. I'd skip class to go to pro sparring. I'd go to wrestling, right? Like, I wouldn't, like, show up. And I'd still get the grades. I made sure I did that on the side, but, like, my whole thing was like, okay, I'm gonna get this degree. I'm gonna make my parents happy because, you know, I get this piece of paper. But in the back of my head, I'm like, I'm fighting.
When you were talking about the fact that you just knew that you were gonna be a fighter, and then, yeah, you were into criminal justice schooling, and then still would watch videos and go to pro sparring. That mentality of I'm gonna be a fighter is pretty solid. So, like, where did the belief come from? Like, what age did you just go, I know what's best for me and I have the goods here? Okay,
so this is a weird one, man. This is a weird one because it was like blind trust, man. I don't know if you ever like look into shit like or like think about this stuff, but like when I fight, there's this part of me, I call it my highest self.
Yeah.
I call it like that person, you know, like that being, like your soul, whatever it is. But I always trusted, I had this weird gut feeling that I was just gonna make it. And it wasn't like my brain, it was like something deeper down, man. It's like that thing, the intuition, whatever, I don't even know what to call it, man. I literally call it my high self, but that's the thing I use when I fight. And it's not me because it's like past the thoughts, it's past the ego, it's past all that, and it's just like this energy, bro, this belief, and I just had it, and I couldn't put it into words.
Yeah.
But I just knew. Like, I'm like, I have no idea how this is gonna happen. There's no proof that this could happen, but deep down in my heart, I just know.
Do you know what spirit guides are?
No, not really. Like, I've like looked into it before, but
it's like this belief that like you have a certain number of guides, spiritual guides that are like pointing you in the right path. Like, I struggled with not being religious because it means that I'm not spiritual, but I didn't realize that they're two separate things. And so I did a Reiki session, and she talks about my guides. You have so many present guides guiding you. They're just, everything you said there just kind of like reminded me of that bigger, something bigger in you or guiding you.
Yeah.
You just knew it was going to be okay, right?
Yeah, that's that, and that's what I believe, man. Again, that's the same thing I channel right before I fight, I like let my subconscious, my highest self, I always say, like, I look in the mirror in the locker room before I walk out in the cage. I look in the mirror and I literally say it all the time. I have a little mantra, but at the end of it I say, all right, just let your highest self take over. No more thinking, no more thought. You've done the training, it's your intuition, it's your sixth sense, whatever it is. Because then when I'm fighting, like, dude, like, time, it's flow state. It's a flow state. I put myself in a flow state where there's no more thinking. Like, because thinking, like, if you think, like, I'm gonna parry this punch, I'm gonna move my, it's too late. Like, you're already getting popped. But when you're just in this flow state of intuition, like, it's almost like you can see what's coming before it actually comes. I've had some of those fights where those peak performances where, man, 15 minutes goes by, I was like, there was no sense of time. There was no sense of anything. All I heard was my coach's voice, and I was just present in this moment, and like, it was like the craziest endorphin high I've ever felt, right? And I'm like, whatever that feeling is, I want to try to put myself into this, like, it feels spiritual, man, it really does. It feels like I'm watching myself from a third person perspective, and I'm just like doing it, dude, and I always, it's crazy, wild. Man, it's crazy, and it's only, like, hasn't happened all my fights, but there's a few fights, it's funny, it always happens in the fights where I get hurt. When I get hurt in a fight, like the one in Toronto, which was this crazy fight, I got hurt, and I think what it is, it's self-preservation, right? Like my body's like, or my mind, or whatever that is, my soul's like, this guy's trying to kill you right now, and you gotta get in this state of like flow, and you gotta take him out before he takes you out. It's like a self-preservation, fight or flight, whatever it is, right? Yeah. But man, that's like the craziest high in the world.
Do you get scared?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
It seems like something, you know, obviously this is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, and it seems like something that is just, you don't talk about when you're scared, but someone looks at you as this like tough UFC fighter. Yeah. Like I have a t-shirt of you, fucking blood everywhere. Yeah. He doesn't ever get scared. Yeah. But do you?
All the time. Before every fight, man, even when they give me the name of my next opponent, bro, I get this like pit of anxiety in my, my body, like, oh my God, I gotta fight this guy. This guy's a killer. He's knocked this many people out. But what's courage, man? It's taking action in the face of fear, right? That's courage. I feel the fear. I feel all that, but I know like self-growth is through that fear. So it's like, okay, I'm scared, but I gotta go through this door, because if I can go through this door, I'm gonna grow as a person, right? But no, I'm always scared, man. Like, anybody who says they're not, they're lying, dude. Like, there's no chance, you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm just honest about it. I'm like, I don't care that I'm scared. I'm still gonna go and do the courageous thing, even though I'm scared. I might be scared shitless to fight you, but I'm gonna go out there and perform my best, you know? Yeah, if it makes me uncomfortable, I should probably be going into that direction, right? Yeah. As hard as that is, fighting, I find fighting, I've done it more and more, but like, yeah, anytime there's something uncomfortable or something I'm avoiding, I'm like, I probably should go do that, right? Because the hard conversation, whatever it is, quitting that job, right? Moving on to a different thing, right? Like, it's like you got to get through that door of fear, man, but it's tricky, it's tough.
With fighters, there's this really special connection with their close circle, their trainers, their gym, and just like the sense of family and community is just like really high powered. Do you feel that? Do you put a lot of emphasis in that, and why is that always the way?
I think it's just because even though it's an individual sport, as in like you're the person stepping in the cage, you can't do it without the right team. You know, I trust my coaches to the point where I'm in the fight, man, and my coach calls something on the outside, I trust that, hey, do this. Like he won't say the actual thing to do, but we have code words for everything, right? And he'll call. There's been multiple knockouts I've had where he called it, hey, throw this combo, and I throw it and I knock the person out, right? And it feels like you're a video game character where your coach is controlling you on the outside. But this is a trust. This is years of, I trust your opinion, I trust what you say, and you know, I'm not resisting, I'm not fighting it, right? Teammates, man, it's like, these are the guys that are, like, will prepare you for your fight, you know? These guys come out, they'll mimic your opponent, they're trying to do things that your opponent would do. They do this for you. Man, I finish my fight, a week later, I'm back in the gym helping my boys prepare. And it's like this, no one talks about it, but it's like, hey man, if I help you, you're gonna help me, and we're gonna help each other. We're gonna show up for each other, we're gonna support each other during fight week, and we're gonna help each other cut weight, you know, and all that stuff. And it's a bond, man. And those guys are like, yeah, some of the closest people, because I mean, I see them every day, right? And it's like, bro, we'll walk into the gym, we'll make fun of each other and talk shit and chirp each other, and as soon as like rounds in, boom, we're dialed in. Everyone's focused, everyone's trying hard. round ends, we're back to talking shit. Rounds it, like boom, back to focus, right? It's like just that like balance of like having fun, being the boys, but then when it's work time, we are dialed in.
Yeah.
Right?
You know, UFC fans, like if we could be in your head at certain times, like what are you feeling? So like when they say, Serhiy, it's time to go, and it's time to walk through the door of the changing rooms, what's going through your mind?
Usually at that point, man, I either am rehearsing or saying a mantra. So I have different mantras for different fights. Like my last one, I knew the guy had a really good conditioning, and he would push the pace in the third round, right? And he would break guys and finish guys in the third round because guys would gas out, and then he would take advantage of it. So I literally was like, I was walking down, man, and I was literally like, I'm gonna suffer. I kept saying, I'm suffering more than this guy today. I'm gonna suffer more than this guy. I can suffer more than this guy. And I would just walk down the thing. I'd make sure that I breathe, I feel my feet on the ground, you know, and as I walk through the actual like arena and into it, I'm like taking in the moment. Like I'm smiling at the people's faces that are like the staff that are there. I'm looking at the paintings on the wall, you know, I'm like breathing in the air and smelling. Like I'm really just trying to like lock myself into the present moment. And even like I walked out first, my opponent walked out second, so I was in the cage first. I remember being in the cage and like walking, feeling my feet on the canvas, and like looking up into the crowd, and like not just looking up and being like, whoa, but like looking up and trying to like, that guy's wearing a green t-shirt, that guy's got glasses, right? And like being very specific, because I'm like, okay, if I can be very specific and locked in, I'm gonna be very present, right? I remember my first fight in Toronto, bro, I like look up, see 20,000 people, and I'm like, whoa, like like stimulus overload, like way too much, right? And I'm like, I wasn't as present as I'd like to be, right? But this fight, I just felt so calm, so like, this is my cage, you know, I'm relaxed. I can see that guy's green shirt and like all the way above there, right? And like look at him, and I'm like, that means I'm here, I'm present, I'm in the now.
Do you think you'll have that level of calm when you're back in Madison Square Gardens?
Yeah, 100%, man. Yeah.
Just more things to focus on, a bigger arena, but same,
man. Yeah, I mean, it's funny because I felt the same, I still feel the same level of, you know, nervousness and anxiety in my first amateur fight to my last fight in the UFC, right? Venues are completely different, audience is completely different, right? But it's still the same thing. At the end of the day, it's a fight, right? So that danger is the same, man.
Yeah. And again, it's kind of like from a fan's perspective, obviously, like we just see, or anybody who's following you just sees like a little bit of the training. They might be lucky enough to meet you like in any of the different places that you go, and then it's fight, and then it's like this guy has gone from fight to fight, and he just has the big show, and they don't realize all the work that goes on behind the scenes. I was shocked about how many people there are guiding you. So like, talk about how big the team of people from the UFC is, or the level of commitment you have being, you know, signed by the UFC.
Yeah, no, it's huge, man. They, like, as soon as you sign with them, man, like, they help you so much. And I'm not even talking just like, you know, booking you fights and stuff, but I'm talking like fight week, man. I show up on fight week, and the UFC team, you know, you work with a nutritionist, you show up, man, they'll, hey, what do you weigh today? You give them the weight. They'll plan out your meals for you, make your meals for you, give them the meals, you know, like, okay, the next day I wake up, I'm at this weight, okay, you're eating this many calories. They help you with your rehydration, you know, anything you need, any kind of fitness testing, they'll fly you out to the UFC PI, take care of you there, right? Like, it's a very well-oiled machine, man. Like, anything you need, like, it's like takes all the guesswork out of it and just makes you like, I just gotta show up. That's why when guys don't make weight, I'm like, I don't know how, man. Like, they are literally telling you what to eat, exactly how many calories, you know, it's down to a science. And yeah, it's crazy, man, because you go from the regional scene where you're just guessing, I guess I gotta rehydrate this way, I guess I gotta eat this, you know, like, you don't know, to now everything is taken care of you, man. I love doing things where you know, like, you can train in so many different ways. You can train your, you know, physically, you can develop your skills, you can work your mental game, right? There's just like, you can work on your recovery. There's just so many things you can consistently be doing, man. And
elements that make you just a better person.
100%, and it keeps it fresh and exciting, man. And you never get bored.
I got one more question for you.
Yes, sir.
Let's say like you had one last chance to tell the UFC why you should be on the next Madison Square Garden card, why you're proud of yourself, what have you done to show your worth, all these things.
I put my heart and soul into this, man, and the discipline, and You know, even though I've been off for a year, man, like I haven't stopped training mentally, physically this whole time, and I've only got better. Like I've only got better, man. And yeah, like, I just know my next performance, like, dude, I'm gonna put on a show. Like, I'm so excited to go out there. I want to bleed for the crowd, man, and I want to put on a crazy performance, man. And yeah, just really show the UFC and show everyone, man, that like, dude, I belong here. Not only do I belong here, like I'm shooting for the title, man. Like this isn't like just like I want to get in the UFC. No, it's like I want to be the best fighter. This is what I'm doing it for, right? And it's not like a big ego. It's like I just want to test myself and see how far I can go. You know, I want to see like who I can be and how far I can go and end up fighting guys, you know, that I look up to. Like they always say, like you know, when you're like your idols become your rivals, right? Like that's where I'm chasing that. Like fighting the best guys, the Sean O'Malley's, the Corey Sandhagen, guys that like I look up to. But I'm like, hey man, just because like I look up to you doesn't mean I don't want to test my skills against you and see, man. Because at the end of the day, it's for the growth, it's for the performance, it's to see what I'm capable of, right? Pushing my limits, and that's the high I chase. It's a high, man. It is. You know, some people get addicted to this high. I'm addicted to the growth, the high of the growth, man. I want to sit back and like look at my life at the end of my life, man, and be like, dude, I didn't cut any corners. I went for it. I gave it my all. Doesn't matter where I end up, as long as I know it like deep in my heart that I gave it my all. I can like look back at my life and be very proud of myself, you know. And that's what it is, man.
Thanks for coming on, because like this has been good to pick your brain and hear more of your story and how you think and how you prepare for things. And like obviously we've hung out a lot, and I'm proud of you, man. I love how you approach things. I love how you're getting yourself back in shape, and I can't wait to see what's next on the cards for you, big guy.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Love you, pal. Thanks for coming on, of course, dude. All right, my dude.